No, he has to be doing things.
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell performs him in a very sympathetic light, or whoever's performing him does it in a very sympathetic light. So it has to be like, you know, you can't be just like characters calling him an asshole, you know, and you can't really preach your political point of view because the SNL audience doesn't give a shit about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that whenever people dog on SNL, I go, you know they did all that in a week, right?
Less
Like,
than that sometimes.
okay.
well, that's it.
That's 1 week. Try doing that ever. Never mind 1 week.
Well, that's the thing is, like, if half of that show is good, then it's better than 99% of people in comedy could turn out on a consistent weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because you're right, and it's like, and sometimes they'll do 3 weeks in a row, and you're like, oh, well, you know, shit, I work every day of the week for 4 weeks, but it's like, no, you don't have half the country analyzing your work 2 minutes after it's over. Like, it's a very high pressure environment.
Yeah.
To be consistently professional, like not even great, but just to constantly hit the professional level like those guys do. You know, it's why I don't really like make fun of SNL, because I have enough friends that have worked there now to like really understand, like, oh no, that's a job. That's a job I probably could not do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Patrick and I write for a monthly sketch show, and every time the producers at the theater say to me, "Do you want to make this weekly?" I go, "No, no, I don't. No. I will do one hour and a half show per month, and that is the amount of work that I'm going to do, because that's the only way that I can really know that we've not only written it well and made sure that it's funny to a large audience, but also we've rehearsed it, we've prepared for it. You know, we have all the props and the text stuff ready for it. It's like, I get that SNL's got a crew to like make props or whatever, but it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just the writing and the rehearsing alone, no way. I would never. Oh my God, to do that all in 1 week, it would just be so intense. I mean, sometimes we get through months and we get to the show and we're like, are we ready? I don't know. But that's it. The show starts, you know. So every time I'm like, no way. Mm-mm. Wild.
I have a friend that writes for that show, and I remember like his second week, he was he had this crazy story about how I forget who the host was, but like they were in the middle of a sketch or like a sketch had just started, and Lauren said it needed to be 2 minutes shorter. And so he and the guy he wrote the sketch with were like writing the end of the sketch on cue cards as it was going on the air.
Oh my goodness!
Like writing it onto cue cards, and you know, it's just like that's a typical
insane
story.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a dream to be able to write for SNL, right? But if I get that phone call, I would probably hang up and immediately puke and have a panic attack.
Yeah.
You know, like
right. Of course.
Yeah, I'd be like, listen, husband, it's been nice hanging out with you. I'm not going to talk to you for the next 3 years of our lives. Let's just shake hands now. I don't have time to talk to you. Take the kids. Oh my God.
That's what a lot of being in show business at the professional level is. Where it's like, you remember Robert Altman's movie MASH before the sitcom?
Yeah.
There's a lot of these surgeons just kind of, like, the point of the movie was like these surgeons would be dicking around for 20 minutes, and then suddenly there'd just be incoming, and there'd just be helicopters full of wounded soldiers coming in, and then they'd be in the OR working, and, you know, there'd be death and gore and that, and then they'd be dicking around on the football field for another 20 minutes. And I mean, like, you know, that's kind of like the ebb and flow of what it is, and, you know, it's part of why it's, you know, like, why it's such a self-selecting field. Also, it's just not everybody has a temperament to really like fucking really even want to work under that kind of pressure.
Yeah.
That's why you make a shit ton of money once you get, like, it's like basically it's a weird business where there's just no money for a very long time, and then you start getting paid and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing money, and then someone's like, oh, that's what you're making? I could have gotten you twice that much easily. And you're like, twice this much money? I don't think anyone deserves more money than I'm making right now. And then it just becomes ridiculous. Like, just the further up the ladder you go, it just gets ridiculous. And then people are like, well, yeah, that's just a writer's salary, but if you star on a show, then you make this much money. And you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, right? Yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Oh, well, you know what? I hope that that's happening to you in the coming years. That's what I want. That's what I would love to hear from you. And you're like, I'm doing this thing, and it's going so great. And, you know, we can go, that's amazing money. That's insane. That's what I want for you, Liam.
Well, I'd never tell you how much money I make.
No, don't. No, that would be gauche. But, you know. But of course, I mean, I want you to be successful and doing very well at whatever level that you happen to be at. But you know, in this story where the person's like, "Oh my God, that's so much money." Good, I want you to have that. That would be lovely. That would be wonderful. You've worked so hard.
While we work on that, let me figure out a way to come to Austin professionally.
Yeah,
and I'll do it.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, there's got to be like a 100-seat rock venue in Austin or something that I can,
I'm sure,
halfway fill. All right, so listen, 2 successful comics have walked by while I've had this interview, and I feel very self-conscious now.
All right, we don't have to get... You know what, we're at the... we've talked for about an hour and a half. I'm feeling good. I feel like we've had a nice chat. 2 successful comics. You mean you walked by yourself? Oh, Liam, you're crazy. I'm a jackass.
Holy shit, an hour and a half. I had no idea. I got to go.
Yeah, you got to go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you so much. Seriously.
Yeah, I really appreciate you chatting. I was like, we usually do a selfie at the end, so I was just thinking I'm going to just take a picture of me and Patrick waving, and I'll just text it to you. And that'll be how you'll be like, oh, that's where they're at.
Do you want me to text you a selfie of me waving also?
That would be hilarious, actually, if you'd like to do that. I would love to put those 2 pictures together on the website. And then I will send you an email about potentially coming to Austin. And also, I was going to say the names and emails of a couple of people I know in LA that might be good to both be... people that book shows that are really nice people, and then also a couple of actors that if you're ever like, I do need actors to read this and tell me if it's funny. I know some people that just moved to town that are real nice that would be very open to doing that for friends of mine.
Listen, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I can't hear you. What's happening?
I'm watching a guy who's on a phone. He's sitting like 10 feet away from me. Mm-hmm. He's eating whole matzahs out of a Trader Joe's bag.
What is he eating?
It shouldn't be weird, but it's incredibly weird.
Well, take a picture of him and send that to us as well.
All right, good night, Liam. Go do whatever it is you're doing tonight. Enjoy your evening.
Thanks for letting me listen into your guys' conversation.
All right, thanks so much. And hey, it's Liam.com for all your Liam McEneaney needs.
Yeah, good plug. All right, sir. Talk to you later. Bye.
I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Yes But Why podcast.